Hello, hi, howdy. So, another playthrough for Fortnite doing the replay. I just tried to do a follow-up game from this one and didn't go very well. So we're going to go ahead and do a recording for this one. And I realized, again, I probably shouldn't do the bye-bye-bye dance ones I plan to record, since it probably will be copyrighted, but no matter. In this game, my main play was... obviously, I needed a win because I was on a final step for a milestone, which was win a game with 5 eliminations. So obviously, you need to actually win the game with having 5 kills. So I had a plan on winning. Well, this is interesting. Interesting replay glitch here. Dancing on the way down. This is obviously not how I actually saw it. But kind of funny all the same. So apparently I'm doing the Deadpool bye-bye-bye dance on my way down to deal with Mysterio. And dancing while I'm walking, doing the Magneto steps backwards. This is really trippy looking. Really. Okay, I'm going down from my usual drop spots. Go for a superhero landing. Yay! Fitting since I'm doing Deadpool dance. Alright, I go to this terminal that's always here. Grab a green shotgun, which you can see that. Didn't really want that common gun, but I didn't want enemies to have it. That chest couldn't have actually been there. That has to be a replay glitch, because otherwise I would have grabbed it. I only care about the gold pistol. I don't like them. But again, opponents don't have it. Again, that chest shouldn't have actually been there, otherwise I would have grabbed it. Replay does that sometimes, kind of glitchy. Go in here. Use the fruit to get a little more shielding. Try to grab a little bit more gear. Open this chest. Kind of got over the whole shoulder mounted cannon thing, as much as I love Predators. Not really sure why I didn't do my second floor strategy here against Mysterio, but I didn't. Not sure at that point, honestly, if that's lag or the replay issue. Trying to find Mysterio, for some reason he's being, I remember locating him was being really weird for some reason. Oh yeah, someone had pulled him away. They were trying to do some kind of trick to fight him. Never seen that before, but I'm sure there's plenty of tricks I haven't seen before. Mysterio's a pretty easy fight, honestly. Heal up, top up. Maybe grab a little bit more loot in the area. Depends on how I'm feeling at the time. It's ironic because I don't believe I actually used Mysterio's medallion once this whole fight. Mainly like it for the shotgun. Having a boss level shotgun is awesome. So I'm grabbing healing items because I always like to have as much of that as I can carry. I typically only really like to have 2, maybe 3 weapons. Beyond that, I like to have utility items or healing items. My son is the complete opposite. He likes to have 5 weapons on hand, even if they're blue or green. I tell him if he would just carry more shield items or healing items, he would do even better than he already does. And honestly, he's a better player than I am. But so now I believe I am going to grab Artemis, but I always like to take a certain way around because there's usually some people fighting this area, which obviously I heard the fighting of, so I'm coming over here to negotiate a peace between them. Peace through superior firepower, and they explode with loot. And I thought there was a third person over here. Oh, yep, there they are. For some reason, you can't even see them on that screen. But, yep, there were there, 3 there. So I get back in my car. Grab the med kit. Yep. I believe only one of those chests was there, although I know I still didn't even bother opening it. I mean, at this point, I've already got a boss gun. I've got the shoulder cannon. Unless it's Iron Man kits or, you know, actual, a very rare drop. Those chests just aren't worth it at this point. So I come grab Artemis. Because it's always nice to have a companion, especially when there are as few hireable ones as there are in the game right now. Replenish some of my gold right offhand because I like to stay topped. That's the main reason I'm opening those chests, not because I want anything out of it. Now I'm looking for another point of interest at this point. And I think I actually noticed that Emma Frost hasn't been killed yet. Because her medallion is still at the raft. So I'm going to go ahead in that way. And about halfway there... Or... No, I think I noticed that... or was that a different game? Yeah, I noticed a player here. So I take them out pretty easily. This was annoying me. I don't know why this happens sometimes, but sometimes after I get out of the car and I go to move right away, it puts me right back in the car. That wall wasn't there. My son would be so upset to see me shoot Marshmallow in the back of the head, but hey, it is what it is. And yes, I just heard and saw a drop pod land. Unfortunately, it's just a War Machine one. But I do like the War Machine Arsenal item, so I go grab it. I would have grabbed the shoulder cannon, but obviously I already have that. So I decide what I'm going to drop. I drop the pistol, which I have no intent to actually use anyways. Again, that was just to pick it up, so I didn't have to worry about an opposing player having it. Okay, so now I'm back on the way to kill Emma Frost for her medallion. Although, now that in hindsight, I don't think Artemis and the medallion stack. So I don't think you actually get 2 tracking abilities. Because it still didn't seem to happen more often than it would anyways. Here I'm going driving crazy, and then I end up getting my car stuck. Yep. Gets stuck right there, so I end up having to go on. I could have broken it out, but I just didn't bother. I just got the arsenal, so I really didn't care. And the thing about this point is I noticed that the medallion is no longer there, and there is a circle. So that means someone killed Emma Frost, and they're now on foot. So I decided I'm going to intercept them instead. I mean, I've already come this far, I might as well. So it's probably that little... Probably this guy right here. Of course, I couldn't see that during the actual gameplay. He tags me good at first. He tagged me pretty good. But I get the medallion. Healing up. And again, this is why I like to carry healing items with me at all times. Just so after a close fight, get topped off. And at this point, I'm at my 5 kills. So at this point, all I have to do is win. Now at this point, I have 4 items I like. So I decided to drop the shield potions, so I keep the 4 items, but I still have med kits. So I'd have Mysterio shotgun, Iron Man's boots, the arsenal, and the shoulder cannon. So I'm going to the armory, the vault I mean, mostly just to replenish my gold. Plus, honestly, so if someone walks on top of it, they won't hear the chest sound it makes when you're close to them, so they might not even bother going in there because they'll think it's already been completely looted. But mostly because I like to keep my gold topped off. Plus, you know, taking all the ammo does help too. And of course, getting more med kits is always nice. Replenish what med supplies I have used. I stopped breaking them at that point because I've already maxed my gold again. So I believe at this point I am going for a forecast tower. I see one that's still up. Not really necessary, but always nice, and if you have no other POI to go after. I wonder why 4 players were just hanging around the raft at that time. That's weird. I mean, Emma's already dead. Surely the place has already been looted. Oh no, I was going after a Stark pod, which I'm surprised I got to before anyone else. So at this point, I actually have to make a decision. I normally don't like dropping Mysterio's shotgun, but in this case, it's actually worth... No, I dropped the shoulder cannon. Thought I dropped the shotgun. Oh, I remember what I dropped the shotgun for. I do end up dropping the shotgun later, but... And normally I actually don't fly around this much, but since my car got stuck, I decided to leave it there. And I think I head up in this direction because I see the I see another circle, which either means a crown or the Doom Medallion. Now note, I've already got 2 medallions at this point, so I have a pretty small circle above my head. I see someone flying around, and I decide to get engaged at range. So I want to take down the guy in the air first, because he's going to be the toughest one for me. Alright, so 2 players down. Obviously I need to heal up some. And I see Doom's medallion there, so at this point I will have all 3 medallions that are currently in the game. And I never use Mysterios. I don't need Emma Frost because I have Artemis, and I honestly don't even know what Doom's does. So I pick up their shield potions and I use them off the ground. Looting in the area, finding anything useful I might be able to use. And then I have to remember the area because I know if I do need to come back for more healing stuff. And I noticed I got shot from in this direction. Someone's coming up the hill. I actually remember at that point I actually get one of the scout pings, beeps. So I saw him coming up the hill and I was ready for him. So I definitely want to remember I choose to remember this area because of all the supplies on the ground that I could potentially use. End up going into the vault just to check to see, because at this point I'm really hoping to get a shield. Because unlike in ranked, it actually is a lot more useful. I tried ranked and the shield just isn't that useful in ranked. I don't need any of the gold. I don't. Plus, it opens up more healing supplies if I do have to come back to the area. I remember seeing the car, so I'm going to go grab me a new car. If no other reason, give me nice mobility. Also gives me extra armor. Now remember, at this point I have 3 medallions, so I have a pretty small circle on me. It's pretty easy for people to detect where I am. Although no one's right near me, and it looks like some people are still hanging around the raft for some reason. I honestly have no clue why they'd be doing that. So I'm going to go scout around. Just keeping an eye out, being cautious. There's only 11 other players I know at this point. And I know if anybody is medallion hunting that they're going to have a pretty easy time of finding me. I have no real place of interest of going. So just watch around me. No, it's kind of boring. Riveting gameplay, as one Minecrafter I like to watch named Sneeve likes to say. Might do a Minecraft video at some point. I used to play it a lot. I played on Origin Realms for a while. I mean, just there's only so much you can do on Minecraft, though. Someone else died. Someone shot at me. And this is where I get the shield from. At least I'm pretty sure. I looked to go get my car, and I decided, yeah, my car is... Oh no, I got it from my car. I thought I left it there. Must be getting matches confused. Even though I haven't been playing that much since I did this match. So I bring the car back up here. Decide to go grab the shield, and this is where I do make a tough decision. To drop the shotgun in lieu of the shield. And yes, I used a med kit to heal myself for like 15 points, but better to stay topped off in health, especially when I knew there's a med kit right there to replenish it. I honestly don't know why I went back into the vault. There's no real reason for it. I'm just fighting around right now. 8 other players. I have 3 medallions. I have a really good gear setup. Actually, pretty much ideal gear setup, at least for the way I play. Shield for defense. 2 different weapons with different firing method. Well, each of the weapons have 2 different firing modes. There we go. And I have flight if I want it. And I have a car. Slightly damaged, but hey, it's a car. So, keeping scouting around, looking around. 7 more players. Now, at this point, there had been a crown dropping, and someone else picked it up, so I was hoping to see another circle closing on me and get a crown on top of the 3 medallions. Unfortunately, that never happened. I think the last person who had the crown died, and it didn't get picked back up. So, because I never saw anyone else with even a medallion. Again, there's all these people hovering around the raft for some reason. There's 3 people right there. I may need to look up into why people are AFKing around the raft. Okay, and there was another car actually chasing this guy. I remember that. I'm a terrible driver. Trying to catch up with the SUV ahead of me. I swear it wasn't lagging like this when I was playing. This is the nice thing about having a companion is they will shoot at other vehicles while you're chasing them. So this whole time Artemis had been shooting at the other vehicle. I see this fight going on. I see someone in the air. I know it's a risk, but at this point I'm not going to have an ideal fight. So I want to deal with the person before they had too much of the time to heal up. So again, this is where I have a little bit of a funny moment. Again, I just drive over supplies, top anything off real quick. I know there's not that many players left, so I drive here. I'm looking around, trying to find out where the other few players are. And then, this person's shooting at the SUV. Remember, I have a small circle on me, so they must have thought I was in that. I even realized this at the time. They must have thought I was in the SUV until they saw the car moving. And here I'm again, once again, fighting someone in the air. I could have flown, but I have much better aim when I'm grounded on the ground. I'm a better fixed firing platform than a mobile one. And again, I like to have the vehicle. It gives me mobility without using charges on my flight item, as well as extra armor. I was going to chase him around, but I saw the storm moving into a specific corner of the area, so I decided to move it in that way and get high ground. So I know at this point I'm seeing the firing echo on my radar, but I can't really have good aim. I know they're over there somewhere, so I just did a random shot. I'm shooting randomly. I'm not actually expecting to hit anything. So at this point I decided to say, screw it, I get in my car. They were just fighting. So again, I want to get involved in the fight while I'm topped off and they're not. I switched to a more durable vehicle. I think I saw one of them get in the vehicle or something, that's what, yeah. They came up here, so I'm fighting him. Take out the fourth guy in the air, although this may have been the same one from before. So now it's just me and one other guy left. I'm not even worried about the salute at this point because, you know, there's nothing to be gained from it. Now I'm fighting Fish Stick here. I can barely see him. And then he explodes with loot. So that was another victory for me. All 3 medallions that are currently in the game. Only thing that could have made it a little bit better was getting a crown, but that did not happen. So yes, with that, I will wish you a long day and pleasant nights.